Hello. You know that I work as a personal consultant and that I have qualifications in coaching and in counselling. This means that I have interesting conversations with people. Sometimes the conversation becomes a series of conversations, and sometimes it's a one-off. I want to share a one-off with you. The reason I want to do this is because it was disturbing but very, very rich. And afterwards I thought there are probably some people out there who would be interested in parts of this. So the client, let's call him a client, even though he was a person who just came for a conversation. Successful, high-flying, 68 and wanting to retire. I'd expected something about legacy, I'd expected something about what comes next, but no, what he actually wanted was to end a toxic relationship with his dad. You may think that 68 and toxic relationship and end, dad, yes. Let me tell you what we agreed on. We agreed that he could think about some kind of legal intervention. The situation was that his father used to send him emails, ring him up, send him messages by post that were generally very unpleasant, blaming, complaining. And this client wanted no more of them, thank you very much. He told me he was thinking of going to law and taking out an injunction against his father, saying, "Don't contact me anymore." Why would that work? It would work because there's him, and above him there's his dad. But the law is more powerful than his dad. And so it was like bringing in a parent to quieten his biological parent so that he could have peace. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if he will follow that through or not. But sometimes we do need to appeal to a higher instance than the one that's causing us grief. The second thought was him finding some kind of mentor. The idea behind this was that many of us would like to have a sort of reparative experience or a reparative relationship. With him it was more a relationship or a series of reparative experiences with someone who was older or wiser. So that was the piece. It was almost as if this person wanted to go to someone to help him make sense of his world, like his dad might have done, his biological dad might have done when he was growing up. But he didn't have that. I believe that it's never too late to have good relationships. We can design them, we can go find people who do us good, and we can arrange to see them. Maybe there's something for you here. If not a reparative relationship, reparative experiences in some way. In other words, we can design or we can co-create or we can think out a series of experiences that we know will do us good. It's almost as if some of us go through life hungry for something and we don't quite realize that we can go and eat, or we can have a meal, or we can somehow fill the gap. A third piece that came out of this conversation was the importance of ritual. Ritual in the sense of what could this person do to conclude the relationship for himself? How could he close it off? One way to do that is to write a letter to the person who you wished was never there, but you wished had been there, and to do something with the letter. I wouldn't recommend you send it. I would recommend that you burn it or you keep it. Burn not out of anger, but because it's a way of sending a wish through to another realm, shall we say. So fire transmutes. There are probably loads and loads of other rituals that you could think of, or perhaps you've actually used for yourself, to end something. This was one that this particular client thought was interesting. Another, depending of course, could be that you bury something that connects you with a person, a place, an event, which you don't want to have any more contact with. Find a symbol or find something connected with it. Go somewhere where you feel good. Who knows? Maybe your garden, maybe a forest, maybe a lake. And either bury, throw away, or somehow graciously dispose of whatever that is. So this is the story of a conversation I had with a client. He knows that I'm talking to you about it and was fine with the idea of me sharing the content of our conversation. Perhaps there's something for you there. I do hope so. If you think this is useful, please like or subscribe.